Well, this change in time is not good for another reason. The chickens, they get up at the same time and we're still trying to sleep and they want food and they're loud. They're really loud. Yeah. But anyway, they're out here waiting on me along with the cats. I was telling Don that in comparison to the cats are super easy. The chickens are not. The cats are quiet. They sleep by the back door. They wait patiently, you know. Come here, Morris. Good morning, Morris. Come on. Morris, come on, buddy. There you go. Good morning. Good boy. Good boy. Hi. You guys want to eat, you best go up top because these boys is not, or girls are not going to let you near the food. Oh, hi. Whoa, Stripe, you almost took me out, buddy. He walked right between my legs, which I should know. But Stripe is like, oh, sorry, buddy. He was going to eat anyway. He don't care about those stinking chickens. Well, I'm just about done with chores. We're fixing to go for a walk before I head out shopping. Looks like we might get some real cold on Monday. We'll see. I will be out in the yard tomorrow getting the yard art gathered and doing other important stuff like that. I gotta swap out the clothes in the closet too. Fall is such a busy time. Show you this brilliant tree here. I told Don we can never take this tree out because in the fall it looks so pretty. Plus the birds, you know, like to roost in it a lot. I did trim some lower stuff hanging down too far. Maybe 3 or 4 years ago, but since then I've left it alone. This tree is still not doing much. This is my, when everything else is finished, I'll look beautiful tree, and I like that. Well, it is a pretty morning for a walk, and we're out here. It's also voting day, and there's voting going on at the community center. You might remember that Don and I don't have anything to vote on because we're outside of the city limits, so no vote for us today, or we would be voting. Well, we would have probably early voted, but we would be voting. There's my awesome husband making sure my tires don't give me a tire alert today. Well, it's going to be a great day for a drive. Don's got at least 2 more conference calls today. I already took one. A kind of a busy day for him. I ended up printing the little library sign for the neighborhood free little library bigger. And Don did get it sprayed and he's gonna try to get over there to it. It's in a, you know, different cul-de-sac than our cul-de-sac and get it installed today. And I was on reading a little bit on X last night in between video editing and file uploading and all the things that happen daily to keep the YouTubes coming. And some people were really upset with Charles Schwab for not voting, or the perception of them not voting with the retail shareholders here on Elon's compensation package. And there were a lot of people saying they were going to pull their investments. And good. I mean, we voted with the board, suggest recommendations in our the compensation package, and we absolutely feel like it's the right thing. So, you know, I don't know about the impact on Schwab or not, but the message of you need to vote how the, you know, board that's done really great for us so far is recommending the retail people, etc., or suffer consequences. So I don't know. I guess we'll see how that turns out. I don't have in my head what the day is that we'll know how the vote went. I need to look that up soon. So Ruby put on a software update last night, 12.6.4. She's on 2025.38.8 now. I don't know. Don had driven and the release notes went away, but I'm suspecting it's just going to say minor fixes. So, minor fixes. What did I tell you? Did I not tell you it was going to say minor fixes? The last one said minor updates. Oh, good. So there was a scathing post about Tesla and their speed limits on Tesla Owners of North Carolina Facebook group last night. And on the one hand, the guy had a point, and he really didn't say a whole lot that some of us other people haven't said, except for he took it a little too far. I'll never own another Tesla again. Da, 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 da. You know, come on. I have to say that since they started messing with the speed limits, and God, what's it been, 12 or 18 months now, the speed limit profiles, I don't know exactly how long, but it seems like it's admittedly been a while. Ever since they started fooling with it, I would say this weekend with sloth mode, we had the most responsive and accurate speed limit travel that we've had since then. In a positive way. You know, I think even the last time I drove Ruby, I said something about it. Just let me set the speed I want and drive it when I'm behind the wheel. Let me maneuver it. I was never so happy as when I could just use the autopilot soft clicks or hard clicks to raise it one at a time or 5 miles at a time, up or down. That was when it was awesome. Maybe this guy also never drove it when it did that. I mean, I know the car's capable of doing that. So, I don't know. I do think version 14 and speed limits are going to be more forgiving for some people. And that van, you're going to go through the red light now? Oh, wow. Yeah, that's not cool. And he had a paper tag on it. Seemed a little fishy there. That was, you know, we've all pushed the limits on the light, but to just flat out intentionally enter the intersection on red, unless your wife's pregnant and you're headed to the hospital, and even then I don't think it's a good idea. But yeah, so I think version 14, the speed limits are improved. It's kind of a little bit of an ouch that you've got to put yourself in sloth mode, but you know, hey, whatever it takes. I will say though, for people getting version 14, that one of the things that I have seen happen a few times, and our friend Richard also reported to me, is that it will change out of the mode that you set for some reason, and all of a sudden you're in a different mode. We've seen that happen. We saw that in 400 miles. I think we saw it happen twice. So you can be in sloth mode 1 minute and then in chill or standard the next minute. There must be an edge case there where the software switches the mode on you. Hopefully. It was done in Mad Max one time maybe, which he surely didn't say is possible. So probably around town sloth, and then probably on the highway chill or standard. Not in reference to how fast the car picks up speed, but how fast the car goes when it's at speed. Well, I was behind that dump truck up ahead getting onto the turnpike here, and Ruby tried to pass the dump truck on the right, on the on-ramp over a double white line. Not a yellow line, but a white line. It's not 2 lanes there, it's only 1. It has an extra wide shoulder. Yeah, I'm tired of tugging the wheel. My hands are on the wheel and I'm paying attention, and I'm tired of torquing the wheel. Anyway, she tried to go around the dump truck, so I took her out. I hit the dash cam button, so maybe it saved the footage, or I could get it from the other dash cam. But anyway, not a huge deal, just, you know, she didn't want to be behind the dump truck. And she was ready to go around the dump truck if there was room, and I have no doubt she was going to get me around the dump truck. It's just that that wasn't a valid lane, and she shouldn't have been trying to do that. Just as well, I didn't pay attention to the speed limit stuff today, but I have her in standard 75 max in a 70 mile an hour zone, and she's doing 68 mile an hour. And this is what the guy on Facebook was saying, and I get it that it's maddening. I get it. I'm living it too, but I'm not living it on robot anymore. So, and I know it can be fixed, and I understand the focus, especially as a stockholder, on version 14 and the robotaxi, and, you know, coming back around to hardware 3 again in next year, as they've said. So, and just be patient. And in the meantime, if it's not, you know, you don't really want to ride around with your foot on the accelerator, because then the car won't brake, because you've overridden the car. So you really don't want to do that. But you can do that, or you can just drive, or you can just go a little slower, which mostly out here I'm in traffic by myself. I mean, it's that one truck, and then there's people way far behind me. So the fact that I'm doing 67 in a 70 on the turnpike is not, you know, the end of the world. It doesn't have to be the end of the world for me. So I remember this tree from last year. I got 3 minutes to spare, so I got to get myself inside. I really wish I'd remembered my big camera. I tried to take a few pictures with that pretty tree with the iPhone, but I need 300 millimeters to get better pictures. You've guessed it. I'm checking out Lowe's along with the beautiful trees in the parking lot. Did I say that I'm upset that I didn't bring my 300 millimeter lens today? I'm frustrated about it. They've added a lot of different varieties of daisy to the clearance rack, but that really takes full sun to do good, and full sun I don't have. There's sedum. I don't have the best luck with that either. Too much rain, too thick soil. These guys are all 75% off. Coolest watering cart ever. Kind of neat. They've put a wrap of some time around the bulb with the little snow on it. It looks pretty. I'm not so sure it's good for the plant though. And $15. Really like these iridescent trees and all, but it's $84 for the 2 trees, or $84 for the little nutcracker. I mean, it's kind of insane for what it is. No, they have not marked them down. There is a red dragon in the middle there that, you know, at the right price. I bought a small cement hexagon stone when I moved out one of my plants under the house for the winter. I realized it really could have used in that spot a stone, so now I'll have one. And I got 3 packs of gel clings. One has a snowman and some snowflakes, and the other pack was just 2 packs was just snowflakes. So I predict that they're going to either have to pack up a lot of the Christmas stuff to try to sell it next year, or they're not, or there's going to be a lot of clearance after Christmas, because the prices on the Christmas stuff are just now over the top for whatever reason's causing it. I don't know what, but it's just over the top. And I'll pay some money for a Christmas decoration thing. And that's me saying that. The parking is so bad here today that I almost didn't park to go inside. These out-of-state plates are all Hertz vehicles. And they have all of these big transit vans in here today, which are really too big for the parking spaces. And it's just a mess. I'm kind of floored. They've got $30 on this bag of Legos, and I see the bonsai cherry tree in here, and that alone is worth what they have on the bag. I'm really impressed. It looks like just more floral stuff than you could, wow, imagine. Here's a good bit of Christmas stuff, but I don't see anything to take home with me, unfortunately. It's been an absolute pleasure to be out with all these beautiful colors today. Here's a plaid Model S in a color I've not seen before. I'm trying to figure out if it's a wrap or what it is. I just took the cart back. So I tried something new today. I put my stuff nice and organized on the conveyor belt, and I picked out the appropriate sized bag for the section of items and just put it on top, and that worked out pretty good. Although I had my girl, I knew I could count on her today. She makes good choices with my hard paid for groceries. I thought that was going to be a scam, but it was just somebody trying to figure out where Walmart was. I figure you can always answer them as long as you stay a solid 10 feet away from the car, regardless of who it is. Well, it's just as good that car went through the light and I didn't, because they were asleep at the switch at the stoplight, and then twice after we got out of the Whole Foods parking lot, they went over the line close to the car next to them. So either they were really not paying attention, under the influence, or so sleepy they shouldn't have been behind the wheel. I don't know. All right, there's the home for 2 new Japanese maples. No bottoms because I didn't want bottom. And there's the free little library, and here's Don with the sign and the 3M tape. For as long as the sign will last and the thing will be here, it'll be fine. You know, if I need to reprint it in a year or two, I'll just reprint it. I don't think it's going to get a lot of sun here, though.
Yeah, and it got the coating on.
And it kind of matches the house. The gray's not exactly the same color, but it's close. So more or less, that's where that one's going. And, you know, it's pretty damn level without doing any work. By the time you add, you know, you can make it perfectly level, and then you put the dirt in it and it rains and it's not level. So I don't know. I mean, I will double check it with the thing, but with a level, but yeah, so that's
looks good enough for me.
Yeah.
My mom likes seeing this stuff. She gets very proud of me. And I like to send her home videos and stuff of like the stuff I build.